is sunny. God, it's sunny out here. All right. Well, hopefully today's the day. Day one, disassembly of the interior. Day two, completely rewire the engine bay. Day three, do the rear half of the car, plus add the nightmare of wiring that was the Digitails, but hopefully they're worth the wait. And today is day four. And what did we get? Oh yeah. Dakota Digital's here. Parts are here, everything with it. Still have to really rummage through it and look at it, but we're gonna throw that bad boy in, hopefully get it done. Right now I'm just waiting for Ray to show up, and then we're gonna piece this pig back together and fire it up. Hopefully, we shall see. Fingers crossed, yo. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so here's where we are. We have this Dakota Digital kit open. It has this fancy control box, right? So what we're trying to figure out is we have the American autowire harness right here. And this is the section that goes to the, if you're to use an OEM instrument cluster. So this is where all of the wires, right, here's the control harness, all the wires that run into the control box here, into this side, are probably, and well, not probably, are most likely going to run off of this wire, or absolutely going to run off of this wire. So we're just trying to map out exactly the easiest way to do this, because basically we're gonna have to cut these three off so we can wire them into here, and we just want to make it in the most effective way so that we can mount this under the dash somewhere where it's nice and convenient, and then we can run the new communication wires, these things for the display, up to the top. And also we have to find a place to put this dimmer switch right here. And I want to keep that out of sight because, I mean, it's a modern black plastic switch. But, yeah. So that's where we are. I mean, if we were just installing the OEM dash back in, today would be the day that we really just bolt this thing up and we just clip this thing in. But as it stands, we're gluttons for punishment. So that ain't going down. And also we decided, since we're going to pull out some wires in the engine compartment so we could run it. Comes with new sensors and stuff, and we're just going to use those even though these are all brand new. Yeah. We have to cut this loom open just so we can run these new sensor cables that come with it. And we figured while we do that, we might as well take this from the OEM location and mount it lower, going across behind to make it a little more hidden. So,
as the kids call it, tucked.
Tucked, baby.
Tucked.
So yeah, that's where we are. One thing we didn't realize is that if you're installing this in a small block Chevy, you need to order this part from Dakota Digital because it won't fit. So now we're ordering this part. We're gonna keep going with the wire installation, but no driving today. All right, new plan. Go to the store. This car is fucking, is it washed? Ray, did you wash your car?
No, sir.
Oh, dude. Whoa, shit. Oh. I'm so excited. Did it rain or something?
No.
It looks washed.
There he is. Look.
All right, so new plan. We looked up a couple places to order that oil pressure sensor adapter, and it's like 3 to 4 weeks before they're gonna ship it. So we were like, fuck that. So we're gonna go to our local auto parts store and talk to a bunch of old guys about cars.
Nice.
And see if we can't find one in stock.
Cross your fingers and your toes.
I don't have any toes.
Shit, we should probably cross dicks then.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be
maybe
cool.
we gotta slow down.
That'd be cool if that eclipse pulled out. We're gonna get there in 4 minutes. What do you think the chances of this working are? 1 to 10. 10?
6. I got something special, man. Something special.
Hi. We're wondering if you have something like this. It's just we're trying to put a Dakota Digital system in a car. And we need this clearance because the Dakota Digital sensor is like fat on the bottom. So you need this just to make it fit on a small block Chevy. No, you're making all the wrong gestures.
I can probably make something, but I'm not gonna have anything in one piece. It's probably multiple piece, maybe.
Like you think like
Like maybe, let me see what I've got.
I mean, really all we need is like just something that extends it, you know?
yeah, we could have one that was straight up. If it was just straight up like 1.5 inches, I mean, we'd take that.
If I could find 1.5 inches, I'd take it.
1.5 inch extension?
Yeah.
That's all you need?
Yeah.
Maybe like a 2 inch, maybe?
Wow.
Like a 3 inch?
Overboard here.
Your wife looks a little upset when I see her.
Dude, that's rusty. Rusty.
1.5 inches away from a happy life.
Yeah. Dude, give her a kid, still not satisfied.
Then if you want, I didn't bring it. If you want, we could order the Dakota Digital one, put this in, and then just like switcherooski.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, it was simple to
Okay, we have kind of a solution. Well, we don't. He does. But so we're gonna get a couple parts here in Frankenstein one. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and we're gonna make our own shit. So, salt. We're probably gonna order this one for long term, but at least we'll get the Impala running today.
We got it. Take care.
This is it. Obviously, it's gonna be tightening, a little tightening. But yeah, this is it. Like this is gonna work. It actually doesn't even look bad.
No, it looks like the one that in the...
Yeah, Dakota Digital. Like, I mean, you make a great product, but maybe tell people they need this. Also, this is a really good hardware store. Hopefully, you guys have one that has stuff like this. You should be able to find it. If you do have to make it, it has this piece, long nipple, the female-to-female coupler, and the little angle head adapter. That's all you need. Problem solved. Also, you know, they said we need silicone for the base of the thing.
Yeah, I got that.
You got that? You brought that?
I didn't bring it,
What the fuck?
but I got it. Yeah, it's just RTV.
You're just RTV. Oh, you hear that guy? Clapping. It's an SUV.
Yeah.
What's going on over here?
Dude, that was crazy.
This is a fantastic trip.
It's like a Dodge Nitro.
So where are we getting food?
Bye-bye.
Love my chicken from Popeyes. I mean, it's not really good for you, but as you can see, we're not exactly thin, you know?
Today on Decent Garage.
First things first, Popeyes chicken. And then we're gonna race this Toyota trophy truck.
Through the desert.
I don't know about that part.
Oh, you're a pussy.
Maybe like,
Dude, you can't see it, but his filler neck is in the fender. You see it right there above the tire?
oh yeah. How did you get to it? Like,
Pops the latch and then goes under this way.
maybe he doesn't use it. Maybe he has a fucking race fuel cell under in his bed, bro. You know, we should have gone to Jimmy's. It's that place right there. If you guys are ever in Tucson, Arizona, I don't even know if this is a chain. There's a place called Jimmy's, pita sandwiches and poke bowls, and it is delicious.
I know where my finger placement is.
Yeah.
My wife's on point with that shit.
Huh. Bro, now that we're here, I'm starving.
I know, it's like I wasn't hungry until you said, we should get food while we're out. And I'm like, oh,
I could eat.
So eat. Like 1,000.
Oh shit, I dropped the studs. Oh my god, I almost fell in the crack.
Oh,
That'd have been embarrassing if we got
we
there
would have
and
got
it was
pulled over and they're like, oh yeah? What's this pipe here?
It's legal, bro. It's legal. It's legal now, man. Oh yeah, well there's crystal meth in it. You guys have it's full of crack, goddamn cocaine. How much?
$34.55.
Okay, thank you. Hold on. $34.55.
455.
Pay the man, rookie. You could have still made. You can still go.
I can still go now.
You can still go.
Look, nobody's even moving.
Go. That could have been there twice. Look at this guy. Oh,
buddy.
Jesus Christ. Look at him.
Hey, you want to be in my video?
You know, that's not store-bought. Woo! It'll be fun. Okay.
What we need to do is find the one that goes into here.
So, we've got this little guy in, and it is excellent. It works perfect. $8 solution to a problem. Instantly done. So now we're just rerouting wires. As you can see, we have the water temp sensor in, and we have it rerun, and we're going to wire it into the American autowire harness so it runs through naturally. We're going to do the same with the oil pressure sensor. We're going to go to the back of the harness here, which has a lot of extra added slots, you can see, and we're going to add in the wires on both sides so that it's all official and we don't have to run it wonky through other holes. Like, we didn't come all this way to start, you know, running stuff wonky now. And we're going to do the thing where we're lowering the wires, so we're kind of rerouting everything on the back half of the engine. We cut the old harness open and we're just going to make it nice and even, running out of the hole underneath the brake booster across here. Wires pop out, go up to the coil, come out here. We're going to put a box up here for the main power, down to the starter, down to the battery, which will be here, and then we can actually start the dash. Jesus. All right. So we have the wiring harness in, mounted up. We've run the wire loom down low, as you can see behind everything. And we have it popping out this side, and off the alternator, we have it running straight back up to this wire loom. And then up here, we're doing the mega fuse block as it has run. And this is like the weirdest power setup I've seen in a car, but the alternator runs in, a wire from the inside runs in, and on the outside, a wire runs out down to the starter and then up to the battery. And that's how that goes. Okay, we had to call an early wrap up today. We were both kind of exhausted, but he had to get home to his wife. We left it kind of where I last was talking about it. The engine bay is all wired up. Everything's kind of buttoned up back together now. Wiring harness is in. Headlight wires are tucked up to the front. This wiring harness is running across low underneath instead of over on the top rungs. Comes out here for the mega fuse block. What we didn't do yet is run, there's one wire that comes out of here. We're gonna wrap it around, come out down low, and it connects to the starter. And from the starter, it's gonna go back out the same way, up this way, pop out here for the battery. And that is going to be it for the engine compartment. So we got like maybe 30 minutes left. We were at a good stopping point. And then we figured out, we really like planned everything, rewired some stuff so that everything that runs in the car now is for the Dakota Digital, including all the new sensors which are in, and everything's mounted up. So we should be almost done. And then once that's finished, we're going to put in the Dakota Digital dash next. And once that's up and the 3 clusters are in and those are wired up in, then we're going to start reassembling everything, and we're going to figure out this courtesy light situation to make sure all the lights work. And then we'll put this damn thing back together and she'll be pretty again. Thanks, everybody. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful it is. Just so dang beautiful. What up, YouTube? It is day 5. Day 1, disassemble the dash. Day 2, engine bay, headlight harness. Day 3, trunk, harness, digital tails. Day 4 was start the Dakota Digital dash, which actually meant we had to rebuild the engine harness. But we tucked it, installed the power block, installed all the new sensors for the Dakota Digital, and then behind the scenes I also rewired the entire headlight harness because I have halos on the headlight. I don't even know if I talked about this, but I actually ran the wiring for the halos in the harness, so there wasn't an extra wire sticking through, just to make it that much cleaner. And I ran another power wire in that harness so that I could run LEDs across the top of the engine bay at a later date, which I'm not gonna have in this video, but I'll probably make a separate video. If these videos do well, I'll make a separate video for that one to show people how to do that. And I think it's gonna be a really cool mod. My buddy Kevin has it in his 64 Impala, and it's like, ah. But anyway, today is the push. There's a car show on Saturday. Today is Wednesday, and right before New Year's Eve, and I really want to make this car show. So the push is, today we get there, get the Dakota Digital installed. I have big plans for my stereo for installing it inside of my glove compartment, but we're gonna put it on how it was before, and we're gonna get this bad boy going. And today's the day that we make it happen. Hopefully everything is buttoned up today if everything goes well, but we shall see. So off we go. Oh yeah, gotta make a stop before. What the hell is that? What is that? A hot air? Oh my god, there's a bunch of them. I don't know if you can see these on the camera because it's all fisheye lensed, but bro, 1, 2, 3 hot air balloons. God, man, I really hope one day I'm like rich so I can do like rich stuff. Like, hey honey, it's 39 degrees. What do you want to do? Let's go fly our hot air balloons. Yeah, because we have that shit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully get this Dakota Dash in today. I know I said it last time, but I didn't realize how much wiring we had to do. And we're starting extra early today because, you know, Ray's got a family, and, well, he can't just be helping his homie build a car all the time. So, we gotta finish today. My friend Kevin might stop by with his 64 that I talked about earlier. Absolute nightmare. That car's a monster. So one day when I grow up, my Impala will look like his. Ooh, as it stands, almost there. Time to get started. Okay, we're here. Oh, Ray's here. Beat me here. That's amazing. Oh, you son of a bitch. I would have been on time, but I stopped to get us coffee. And so it begins.
Hopefully it ends.
Boom, boom, boom. I can't wait for this to be done so that we can take it to your house and put it on the lift and do more stuff. Here we are. Look, Ray. Take it in. It's the first time seeing it since I did some rewiring.
Oh, man. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. No, those clips were good, man.
Yeah. Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about?
Man, there's no wire in there. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that?
Uh-huh. Look. He's noticing things I did. I did things.
Perfect out of the way there.
Yeah, and so check it out. So, American Autowire, oh, I should probably put this on our video, huh? American Autowire calls for this block,
That's just, yeah.
for you to use one wire out of it that goes down to the starter, down here, and then a wire from the starter back up to the battery. But the fuses are bridged on this side. So I did one wire from here to the battery and one wire from here to the starter, which is, for all intents and purposes, the same thing, but it fills that fourth spot, which makes my OCD happy.
Otherwise, you'd be coming off the one running.
Well, one off, yeah, just have one empty and have one down that goes here, and then another wire from there back up around to the thing. And then it's like, now you just have this one connection where it's like two pressed on top of each other at the starter, which is the exact same thing as that. Doesn't make no damn sense. But so that's how I did it. That's how I did it.
Let me put the spark plug wire back on.
I didn't put that spark plug wire back on. I left it off because you took it off.
Intentionally.
And I wanted you to finish the engine bay, you know?
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Nice. That's like when Chip Foose walks in the room, you know?
He's like, this is just one
yeah,
spark
all we
plug
gotta do is
wire.
this.
Good.
Okay, the wiring is done. And the dudes who are bleeding their hands all night are like, what the fuck, Chip? But okay, so we gonna get started.
Dang, look at that, man.
Yeah, yeah. No big deal. No big deal. I'm an electrician now.
Man.
I'm an electrician now. All right. So we're doing reassembly. Don't forget to put this dash panel back in before you put the gauges on. We started throwing a gauge in and I looked at it. I was like, I think we're missing something. But so here we go. Gauge 1 is installed. A tachometer for the first time in this whip. It's fantastic. This is Ray. Handsome man. Handsome man. So what we're doing right now is we're trying to determine where we want to mount the control unit for these gauges. So we haven't really found an area. I think we're going to start buttoning up the car a little bit, right? Just so we can clean it up. Yeah, because like we have the speakers hanging down. We had to pull those down so we could get the original gauge cluster out. It's out. So, you know, we're just going to start fastening things back up, putting it back together, and then hopefully we can troubleshoot where this control box goes, and that way we can start installing some of these wires, clipping other wires that we no longer need.
The other thing is you need to put that dash needs to go through the same way you took out the old one, through the glove box. So there's no getting around it. Just because it's smaller doesn't mean you can put it up like from underneath the cluster or the steering wheel. And it has to go back through the glove box the way it came out, just because it's big and awkward.
So, keys. So this has to go in through here. So yeah, it can't.
Plastic on it.
Leave the plastic on the front so you don't scratch it, but go in through here, up and around in there. That's inside. I don't know if you can see anything.
That
But yeah,
metal trim piece goes on before you bolt it up.
the what piece?
The metal trim around the.
Oh yeah, and put this trim panel on first. This trim panel goes on, and then you can hand squeeze all the little things to make it nice and taut. And then you should be Gucci, man. But yeah, so that's that. Now we're going to put this up, throw a few things up here, make it look a little nicer. All right. Well, well, well. Looks like Crawl made it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's the boy Kev. Uh-huh.
Like the shirt, that's tight, man. The gap,
Yeah.
that's tight. What's up, man?
How you doing, man? I'm ready.
Kevin, nice to meet you, man.
Decent mechanic.
Decent, yeah. Crashed it, yeah, you totaled it. We pushed the front, the whole front of the car was pushed over too.
Yeah. Came back here.
Insane.
Let's cut it up.
It's insane.
He wrecked this thing and it came out a million times cleaner.
Yeah.
Just a Nissan.
He's got the oil coolers and all that.
Bounce. Wow, wow. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. So as you can see, we have the harness. What we decided to do, which I think is the smartest move, is we spent the last 1 million hours. We wired up the Dakota Digital control box to make sure we knew every wire had a place, and it does. We have a place for every single wire. There are some things that are kind of different than we thought they'd be, but so for example, the dim here, we pulled off of the parking switch, so we just took it out of the harness for the rear of the car and wherever it is, and we added another wire out of it. Do you know where it is, right? Where'd it go? No, that's the headlight switch, bud.
Oh, the dimmer?
And then we also, well, he's looking for that. I guess you could follow it up, right? So look, this is the dim switch. It goes to here, yeah. All right. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh. Oh, we put it in the headlights. Okay, yeah, see, so like right there, we added that into the harness. So this will still plug in factory. There's not gonna be any kind of Scotch locks or anything on any part of this car. We have to make it look. And so all the connections we're doing like that, we're just soldering them, making sure everything's good. This is going to be wires that we're running for the aftermarket stereo that's in the car. We're still keeping the stock stereo intact that works on the 2 3.5s in the front, aftermarket stereo power 6x9s in the back. So that's the stock stereo wire right there. Is it just one wire? Like, because the other one, oh, fuck it. We'll figure that out.
That one says radio.
But so these are the wires. We're going to hook them up. There's this accessory harness right here that comes if you're looking for the other clip that fits into it. This part, it comes clipped into it, so don't search around for it forever like we did. It's actually just hooked up already. But so we're going to build a harness for this now. And off of this harness, we're going to get the power that's constant and the ignition power for the Dakota Digital control box. Also, we're going to take power off of it for the aftermarket stereo that's going to be mounted under the dashboard for now. So we literally are making it so even though there's an aftermarket stereo in it, there's going to be no extra wiring off of anything. It'll just all be completely out of this new harness. And we're pulling wires that we don't need out of here left and right. This thing is very robust for all kinds of extra things, for extra tacks, for shift lights, and, you know, like tons of stuff. So we're just taking wires out, like ignition, like the alternator ignition switch, which we don't need because we have a one wire. Like there's just a ton of things. So it's cool. The VSS wire, the coolest looking wire in this whole thing. Look at that thing. How cool that wire looks. Come on here, you little twisted wire. Beautiful. We don't need it. It's coming out. But okay, that's where we are. Oh man, what is up? Oh, I am so tired. It is like 2 in the morning. Ray had to go home at like noon today. We put like 4 or 5 hours in, and then I had to work, and then I finished work at like 9 o'clock, and I decided I wanted to like just tackle some more stuff. So what I did, basically, I didn't run into any issues or anything. It's just kind of tedious work putting it back together. But I started buttoning up the interior. So here's where I got. As you can see, or can't see, is the wiring is pretty much all done. I put the ignition switch in, lighter, ashtray back, put the old school retro radio in. I have not mounted my stereo yet, and I have not done the courtesy lights. All these hanging down here, here, and over there. That's all for the lighting that goes up right here, and then also for the lighting that's in the back up there. It's all wired up through here. This is the wiring for the back, and then there's wiring for the front here. The fuse box is mounted. I haven't installed the fuses yet, but I put the switch panel back on for the airbags. I installed the Dakota Digital switch here. Yeah, I mean, what up? This is a long ass day, but I really want to get my car done, and I want it to be done by this weekend. Oh, also I installed the headlight switch, which I'm a little unhappy with because there's a little bit of length, but it matches this one, which is why I did it. But I don't know, I still might take it out and trim it some more. But Dakota Digital looks great. I mean, shit, I almost finished. I just ran out of gas. Also, my lady has sent me a few colorful phone calls. So it looks like I'm going to have to cash it in and be done for the night. And then I'm going to come at it bright and early and hopefully just throw this thing back together. Like the last little pieces. I really want to make sure the courtesy lights all work. I have to go get bulbs anyway, so I need 2 new bulbs for the front. I'm going to try to see if I can't get red ones. I might have to order red ones online. But yeah, so that's a wrap. Oh yeah, red light special. All right, so it's all wired up. I just hooked it up, literally just wired it in. open the door and put the key in. Oh, first I reassembled everything, which I don't recommend. I absolutely do not recommend assembling your car before, just in case you have to do other stuff. But I'm so confident in this wiring job that I just assembled everything first before I even turned the key on. But upon opening the door, all of the courtesy lights work. Huh? And that's a good sign. So now, turn this on. You see, this is check brake. There's a little warning light up there. I don't even know what the hell that means. Clock's on. Stereo's on. Here we go. Ooh, baby. Let's see, tack work. Let's see if the lights work. Oh yeah. Look, temp is up. Oil pressure. Voltage. It says check brake. Still says check brake. All right, I have to figure that out. Fuel obviously isn't going to show because I have to calibrate that. Got to calibrate speed. My stereo works allegedly. I heard it make sound through the speaker. I don't know if it's going to be here. Let me see about with music. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, also let me check the other radio. Okay. So the other stereo is cool to have, but it looks good. Oh, let me look at these digitails. Let's try a turn signal. Let's go check these out. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. All right. Okay. Well. Not too gosh dang bad. It runs. I just got to take it for a test drive, but that's awesome. That is awesome. Decent mechanic Ray, wherever he is with his family, I'm sure. I think it's funny, he always says, man, this is way better than spending time with my family, when I make him slave away. But I'm sure he'll be proud. I can't wait to send him a picture and have him come figure out what's wrong with this brake light. All right, well, I think it's safe to say this is a good build. Also, I'm gonna do a tally of how much it all cost, because yeah, it's a $600 wiring kit, but the boy got carried away. So, all right, well, thanks.